Good evening, everybody. We thought we'd do something a little bit different tonight. We've got the podcast. It's been a minute since we did one. So we're gonna give this a shot. We'll see how this goes. I've got Corn, I've got Gary, I've got Miss Robin over there, and we have Uncle Eric down in the corner. They'll be able to see you in a second, dear. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this kicked off. We got a whole lot of things to talk about tonight. We'll get into some quick topics right off the bat. I'm just waiting to see Zach come back into the picture here. Heck with it. Let's just get this rolling. All right, guys, we are live. So I figured we'd kind of kick this off with the fact that it's what, 2 weeks on iRacing for you, dear?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us how it's going?
Well, it had been going fine. Street stocks were great. I also was doing road courses. Those were fine. But Draft Masters is a separate beast. And the people who are racing in those races have been giving me a hard time. That basically sums it up.
That sums it up.
Wouldn't you say?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure everybody in chat right now has already seen the video. I don't know, Gary, if you have yet.
I have not seen the video, but I've heard the story.
Yeah, I'm not a happy guy.
That was just one incident. Like, before that happened, I had raced, was it 2 or 3 other races? One of which that guy was in, giving me a hard time in practice, and then giving me a hard time at the end of our first race together. And then that's what spiraled into the beginning of the hard time of the episode that you guys just watched, or the video that you guys just recently watched. So yeah, there's a lot that's going on with that.
Yeah, there was more to it that apparently happened in practice that I didn't have. And it was way worse. I was in a race hearing this. I don't know. We've all been in lobbies with women. You know, we've run into them. But how many times have we heard it where somebody is literally just trashing somebody based on their sex? I don't understand that one. And I think that's the part that probably pissed me off the most, is like, number one, it's my wife. Number two, is this how you treat women in your own fucking life? And number three, she was driving just fine. So where in the world do you get off talking to people like this? I don't get it.
Neither do I. And here's my reason for that. I'll see it in a video that I put out later this week. Best drafting partners I have ever had in the 87 was female.
Yeah, I spotted that race. Yep.
Well, can I tell you what was going through my mind when I was like running my first few draft master races, and the first couple of times when I got that, when I was in first? Do you remember that race where I almost won and then I
Yes.
got wrecked intentionally? So what's going through my mind while I'm racing those is, okay, let's pretend like we're late getting our kid to school or something. We're just, driving super fast around the highway and just not crashing into anyone.
Trey, I don't have it. I might make a short out of what she's talking about. Just so that way people can see it. Maybe I'll even throw it into the Discord. Go ahead, dear.
I have a handful of intentional wreckings.
Okay.
Clips of intentional wrecks.
Maybe we'll throw them into the Discord, or I'll make shorts out of them or something. Bill, I made a whole race record earlier today that covers this topic. And it's actually the race where I literally jumped the guy's throat. Before the race started, I actually trimmed a little bit of it off. But if you really want to catch me getting short, get to the end of it, and I get shitty with them. But I don't know. To me, for somebody that's new to iRacing, you're already in D class. Why are you bagging on somebody that's in D class when you're also in D class with a worse I rating than them? I mean, a guy had a 900 I rating.
Can I say a little bit here?
Sure.
So I didn't catch the precursor part of it, but I'm the type of guy that's fine with a little bit of smart ass banter.
Right.
Like the comment in the beginning, about possibly catching your nails on the wheel. Not gonna lie, I was laughing. I'm like, I know this isn't something to laugh at because of where it all went, but like one comment, it was like, okay, that's kind of funny.
Right, but go ahead, dear.
But he was trash. As I said on the video, he needs to have a couple of falls and land on a few fists. Like he really needs his jaw wired shut.
Well, and so from what I've gathered from Robin is this was 3 races later, this comment really gets rolling. And the part that I cut out, and I'll just flat out say it, she had met one of JD's fans in practice. They were racing together. Everything was fine. Guy's super cool. I talked to him. And this dude implies that he asked Robin for a reach around. And it continues to go. So I key up.
Is this, just to make sure is this the 17 that?
Yes.
So
okay. Now it makes more sense.
So here's the thing. It was 3 men that were friends with each other. In my first race, I only had to deal with 2 of them. Suddenly, in my second and third race, I had to deal with 3 of them. So in my second race, there was 3 of them. In my third race, there was just 2 of them. I don't remember what I was going to say.
We were talking about the fact that this is progressively stepping to the point of where I jump in.
So it started off like, okay, he was just saying like stupid random things, about me being a girl, driving a pink car, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. But then when it keeps going and going, even after multiple people in our lobby had said, hey man, don't talk about her like that, or hey man, stop. Like, he was warned multiple times to stop. And I had been streaming it live into Discord. I don't know if anybody was watching because I know they were doing their league race. But if anybody was watching me practice, they saw it. And I know Adam, who was there, he was one of the guys who was like, telling him to stop, and I really, really appreciate that. But then when we get into the third race and AJ's finally there spotting me, and that's when he started the acrylic nail thing would have been funny had he not already been going after me for 2 races.
Right. See, I didn't know how long
Yeah, and
all of it was going on. Like the
Yeah.
one comment out of context, I'm not gonna lie, funny as hell, just
Yeah.
for the simple fact these guys have heard about me tearing myself up on my Momo because I run my Momo at full tilt no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So forget nails. That thing tries to take fingers.
Well,
Yeah.
and so the part that I cut out because I figured it wasn't YouTube appropriate. So this guy is implying that Adam asked Robin for a reach around, and so I keyed right up and I said, I think you better check your tone before you say anything else. And the one dude shut up. He didn't say anything the rest of that race. And this is before we even get started. So then homeboy makes this comment about, you might get wrecked by a girl, watch out, all this other bullshit. That's why when you go to the end of the video, you'll catch my comment. And basically, it was like, dude, I'm going to jam it down your throat. Well, then we went looking for him in practice. Me and Damien did. He wouldn't even come out on the practice track. We went into an Australian server because I wanted to find this guy. He wouldn't come back out on the track. He stayed away from it. And so then we watched the race, and in the race that Robin wasn't even in, dude was even trash. And yes, Korn, he did make, I'm pretty sure, and Robin can confirm this, he was making homosexual comments as well.
Yeah, because Korn had to mute the chat while he was streaming because he was actually making disgusting slurs at the beginning.
If you want to catch some of it, Korn has it in his stream from last night.
I also have clipped it.
And the things that this dude was saying, I didn't catch it because I couldn't get back into the practice session. But Korn had to mute his stream and apologize for the way that this dude was talking in an iRacing official race.
Yeah. And this is what makes us mad, because we have people here in our group who get month bans or however long bans for saying things not even close to this.
Isn't one of our residents at 3 months or something?
He's got 3 months.
Yeah, he got 3 months left.
Yeah, 3 months left.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Thank you, Ron. I really like that paint scheme too.
He didn't say anything that was worth that 6 months.
Well, and I don't think even, it's been talked about on Korn's stream because he's got it on the back of his car. I don't think Korn said anything that warranted a month.
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
think so either. Literally all he said was the setup. It's like literally all he said was that they could do better on the setup.
Right.
Not warranted.
They classify iRacing in a bad light or some crap.
And unfortunately, because it's their product, they have that right to do that, and I understand that. But at the same time,
I think guys like the 17 car are worse for that product than saying, "Hey, you can do better on a setup."
Right.
Oh, 100%.
So let's hope that they actually make the right decision.
Oh, the right decision would be banning them for life.
Yeah, in this circumstance,
Right.
I would hope that he makes the right decision, or that they make the right decision.
At this point, it's like, why would you continue to have those people on the service if they're just going to bash people? Like, okay, yeah, Robin's a girl, but what if you have somebody that is part of the gay community or whatever, that they have a paint scheme that your paint scheme is your expression of yourself, right? We all kind of do something different with our paint schemes, whether it's based around my channel, Korn's channel. I know that
My employer.
Yeah. And I've also run into transgender racers that they have the colors on their cars. Like, I don't care what your car looks like. If it looks cool, I'll tell you it looks cool. I'm not there to judge everybody's paint scheme or whatever. But what happens if that's,
See how you are on.
what happens if that's a person that's a part of the gay community or whatever? At that point, it becomes a hate crime. Like, it literally does. And because you're online, It's a federal offense if you're in the U.S., I think. I don't know about internationally, but Bill, we did report the person. I reported him. Robin reported him. I think Korn was going to work on that.
I reported him for 2 different races.
So there's that.
For 2 different things, 2 different races.
But see, this is kind of the same stuff that we've talked about in previous podcasts, where
Hi, Yoda.
they almost don't even seem to care what they're saying on voice sometimes. Like, they don't care who they piss off, who they upset, and then they're going to drive into you like they own the track. We've seen it not just in officials, but, you know, we've seen them show up in hosted races. And, you know, we outside of the league stuff, we've seen it in Kova's chaos on roads, stuff like that. So that's at some point, iRacing has to look at it and go, okay, you're gone. Like, it's gotten bad enough Call of Duty saying, you say crap like this, if you say certain words, AI is just going to kick you. You're gone.
Somehow I still have a COD account. I'm not going to lie. I am one of those top tier toxic assholes over there, because I mean that's my outlet. That's my, I go in, I blast you in the face with an RPG, and
right. But at the same time, you know, because I was guilty of it when I was in my, let's call it my 20s in college. We all said shit on radio that we probably shouldn't have. But as you get older, that kind of goes away. Yeah, you're gonna rage a little bit. And there's times guys in here see me rage on stream. I don't just get on the mic and start screaming shit at people anymore. Like, it does me no good, you know, Gary. Like, if you wreck me and I think it's stupid, what's the point in me getting on the radio, screaming a bunch of obscenities at you? Because at the end of the day, I'm still fucking wrecked.
Oh, it's no lie there, but it's a blood pressure thing for me.
Right.
Get it out. I don't sit and boil over it, and I'm not going to go out and Matt Kansas somebody.
I might.
I calm down, then I'll go out and just give you a little Earnhardt bumper loving.
That was the last time you were on?
I bottle it and I just destroy people. I've had my week vacation.
So
more than once.
Robin already got and I don't know.
This was 5 hours ago.
I'm gonna theoretically say something. I don't know if a friend of the channel saw the video and took care of the protest, but this is the first protest I've seen taken care of on a weekend.
On a weekend,
It's
yeah.
already been resolved.
I very much appreciate that, and I hope that a good outcome was actually.
I hope that was a friend of the
High Crash Weekly community.
Yes.
Stevens Motorsports community.
Yeah, friend
What
of the
are we?
friend of the
probably
channel.
was.
Basically, yeah.
Being the fact that it's resolved on a weekend, I have a feeling.
It's okay. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah,
It's fine.
but
If it was, thank you.
Yes, if it was, we really appreciate
if
that.
it was who I think it was, I appreciate it.
Definitely.
So at least that's been hopefully resolved. Hopefully we don't see that person around ever again unless they create another account and spend a whole lot more money.
It might. You never know.
So, I mean, outside of that, that's been Draft Masters for her. The street stocks, I feel like, went decent or a little bit better. But if you take that out of the equation, how's the rest of that 2 weeks been? Anything for a new person that you would?
I'm sorry.
Anything for a new person, dear, that you would say avoid, do, don't do?
Okay. That's a loaded question, honestly. So I guess it's different for every person because in my situation, I am lucky enough to have an entire community that's helping me, which is great. So I guess I would say find a community of people that
We love you, Robin.
I love you guys too. But anyways, so I would say find yourself a community of people that can help you, or at least a place where you can go and, just kind of watch around and see what's going on, and then become, buy the stuff, get involved, whatever. Do practice after practice after practice, and AI race after AI race after AI race, and then more practice and more practice and more practice. and then get in your first official race. Do not go into an official race like right off the bat, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people who have a different opinion on that because they've done the opposite, but I think getting iRacing, practicing, doing AI races, and then going into official races is best. I got the opinion of 12, 10, however many, 10 different men for an entire week before I let my husband tell me his opinions on how to drive, because he was at deer camp. So I learned how to drive 10 different ways in a week, and then learned how to drive his way for a week. Now I will be driving my way. That's how we're going to do it.
I do think that the jumping into practice helped you with 4 of us on track pushing you.
Yeah.
That was very helpful.
I
That's
could tell
part of why I say get a community, because if I didn't have a community of people, then I wouldn't have had anybody to go out there on that practice track and do that with me.
Right.
So one thing that I did back when I was still trying to move up, and because I just think that was just in February, March time frame, which now that I think about it, it's been a few months. But get into some of the practice sessions and just watch how other people are driving.
I did that as well.
Watch where they're lifting, watch where they're turning in, watch where they're braking, getting back on the throttle. You can learn a lot just by watching somebody else.
Yeah,
still do it now.
I did.
I've got a.
Go ahead, Eric.
I've got a similar situation. I mean, I joined last year, beginning of November last year, and I struggled. I mean, all I was doing was just trying to improve my safety rating and all that. It was still kind of like, how do I still want to continue to do this? And then I was brought into the iCrash community, and it changed a lot of stuff. Like my road license was at D for the longest time, and I come into the iCrash community. I've got a road license. Granted, my I rating in road is like 200, but
right, but that's
but
half the battle.
But the iCrash community definitely helped me improve as a racer.
Yeah.
And I'm still far from being, great or anything like that, but I do okay.
Oh, I'm not an amazing road racer. I'm a pretty decent oval racer, but I'm not amazing on road by any means. Although I can say the iCrash team took 4th this morning at Daytona in a caddy. We were running 3rd. I spun twice. I'll admit it. My fault. We could have had a 3rd, but I think we're getting ready to go for the 24, which we'll get to that a little bit later.
And one of our guys won the AM class. His
Yes.
first race.
Yes. Keith, that you guys should know in the chat, he's the one that always puts hookers when he joins into the chat. Keith actually, in his first sim car race in the AM class, dominated. But that dude practices like a fiend, which goes back to what Robin was saying. Practice, 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 practice.
Practice,
Yeah.
practice, practice.
I do have to give Keith that one, because anytime he's in voice chat with us and you hear him clacking away on his steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, where are you racing? Oh, I'm just practicing. Oh, I'm just practicing.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just practicing. I'm like, God dang, this dude practices a lot. I mean, a lot.
But to be the best, you
I
have
just think
to.
I think
Yeah. You
yeah,
have to
why?
practice
And
a lot.
that's
Yeah, he
that's-
just can't pick up the wheel and dominate like
Yeah,
a couple of people we've run into in this sim.
right. I do have one guy that wanted to join in. I'm gonna bring him in really quick because he had something that was gonna go along with this. DJ, do I got you?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just make sure because you're kind of quiet. Yeah, I gotta bring your volume up just a little bit. So I know you were kind of. I'm pretty sure this is all on the same line of what we were talking about with Robin and how her first week is, and I know that you were in the race with her earlier today and got wrecked out for no reason.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it happened right in front of Robin.
Yeah,
Are
and
you
it
okay?
was actually a couple races after that I ran too, and before I even seen the video you had put up about what happened to Robin, I was running the 87s and had some, not necessarily toward, females, but just I call them iRacing trolls to put it nicely. I got some other words for them, but I'm not going to use it here on the podcast. But, I just wanted to give out like a little public service announcement to all the up and coming drivers, regardless of if somebody's been racing for years or just started or whatever, and they want to sit there and dog you down, blame you for an accident, whatever like that. Just like I told the couple guys in the 87s race I was in, don't let that deter you because them people that's sitting there talking down to you, I'm sure they've made the same mistakes when they were coming through, and all that. So just because somebody jumps on you and tries to blame you for an accident and so, don't give up on it. If you enjoy doing it, keep doing it. And that's not just in iRacing, that's in life. Just don't let somebody stop you from doing what you like because they want to bully you or whatever you want to call it.
Right. Well, and I've told all these guys, and I know I've told Eric a boatload. He'll get wrecked or something, and we all get mad when we get wrecked, and it's like, dude, don't quit. Keep going. Get the car fixed. Get back out there. Do laps because, and we saw it with JD at Martinsville. JD blew a motor right off the bat, and he was ready to quit. I'm like, no, don't. Dude came back to a top 20 finish. Like, just because you think the race is over, it ain't over until the fat lady sings.
Look at my iRating. With
Right.
the number of times I get wrecked out, how have I maintained a 2900 iRating for almost 2 months? And it's because you don't just quit when you get wrecked.
Right.
Keep running. Right. Stop the slide.
Right. And like Diesel just said in the chat, even if you keep doing laps, you might lose the iRating. You could save your safety rating.
Yep.
Like we've
Unless
seen
you
that.
go to
Just try
Draft
to-
Masters.
Yeah.
you want
Don't
to try
even
to
get me
try to
I-
stop the bleeding as
mine-
much as you can.
My
Yeah.
first
It's-
Draft
it's-
Masters was a full safety point drop.
Yep.
And it's so unfortunate because Draft Masters is so fun, or can be so fun. So
Well-
it's really unfortunate that it's that bad.
It is a shame, and it's something that iRacing needs to seriously revamp their design of, because it's a lot of fun, and I don't want to say super speedway does not take talent, because it takes a lot of talent. I've raced with multiple people in here. I'm fighting in the top 5. I watch somebody go to the back 2 laps later. They're going, hi, bye. And it's like just watching a bullet go by me.
I feel
Like-
targeted.
Where did you come from? Exactly. You did it, what, 4 times in one race on me? Drop to the back, come flying by me like I'm sitting still?
Because you're a fun toy to play with. I mean,
I'm in the top 5, top 7, trying not to be up pushing the leader, but trying to be right up in it. And Tom just goes, "Meow."
Right.
He's on the high side, and you'd swear he's got an extra 2 cylinders in that thing because he just gone.
Well, I
Right.
think also when it comes to like super speedway racing like that, the talent comes in knowing how to how to basically like read the traffic, read what what are the other cars doing on track, and anticipating,
And
what
finding those
what's
runs.
gonna what's gonna happen 15 seconds from now,
Right, and that's
that kind of thing.
well, and that's what I've been trying to teach Robin a little bit is drafting, number one, because when you come out of the street stocks, now all of a sudden we're in cars that are going to create draft. It's going to cause the car to suck up and when to start that move over and go around, right? And at the same time, and this is to Diesel's point in the chat, knowing, okay, if I get too close, it might wreck, and if I do clip this guy, what's my next move? How do I avoid the wreck? And the unfortunate part is, and this is where I think iRacing needs to step in and maybe add cautions. Like you already have ARCA, which doesn't have cautions. They need some semblance of how do cautions work, because I don't think you've ran a race yet with a caution, right, dear?
I have not.
So with that, by the time they make it to C class, they still don't know how to run cautions.
I agree with that because I'm not too far ahead to where I remember back when, I was coming up through, ARCA, Street, all that, and then I jumped into a C class race and it's just like, okay.
Right. You just don't know what to do at that point. So then we run into issues like Talladega is a huge track. How many times have we seen it where guys can't get relined up?
Yeah.
Or they just barrel through the line that's sitting there because they never lifted coming out of 2 and they're checking up into 3.
That too.
Or they hang back half the track.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is something that I failed on Robin because, at this point I know, okay, Race Labs can give you a track map. It can give you a whole bunch of different things, right? Why can't iRacing give us a basic track map?
Because I can answer that. Because iRacing is supposed to be simulated. You have a track map with cars and them telling you where they are at in your stock car. No. That's why
Then what?
They're more sim based, and I can see that.
Okay.
I agree with Corn there. Sim based wise, it's accurate, but having
then
the
why do we
ability
have
to
those
run
black?
a third party for it is nice.
Right.
Okay, with that same logic, and just follow me. Then why do we have the black boxes with the relative and the what's telling our speed
I get
and
to that as well.
Go
The
on.
reason we have the relative and the standings and everything like that is because not everybody gets to run a spotter. So a spotter can't tell you, hey, you've got a guy 3 cars. All you hear from your spotter is car outside, car inside, you're clear.
And then he might give you
Car in
lap
front.
times.
Is he breaking up for anybody else, or is it
No,
just
he
me?
is.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
having issues with his headset, so we're just
Bad
I
headset.
can at least pick up what he's saying.
Okay, I'll bite it as far as the black box when it comes to the relative and that general info. Why do we have that? Why do we have that dash box that gives us our RPM and water temp and all that when we got the gauges for it? Why does it give us that black box and tell us what gear
So
we're in
I can answer that one too.
and actual speed?
They
that
do?
one,
Yeah.
yeah, it gives you your RPMs. The speed, I don't agree with, but like your RPMs and stuff like that, sometimes on different monitor setups, you can't always see your
Yeah,
dash to
Field of view. Like if you're running like I'm running 27-inch triples, because of how it lays out, I could roll my field of view back, but then it's gonna hurt what I see out the windshield, right? It's gonna put that distance further. So to make up for it, you obviously want the screens closer, so that way your wheel matches to your screen, but then it's cutting your gauges out. So it's their way to give you a gauge that's on screen that you can see.
All right, then point taken.
Or you just
But-
slap a headset on your face, call it good, and then you still can't see the gauges in the Thunderbird.
See? Yeah, Gary races in VR.
Everything is blocked. You can see about half the tack. You can't see any of the pertinent gauges off to the side because the wheel blocks everything.
Right.
I mean everything.
Right. There's times where we've went back to look at a replay, and I know guys in the chat have seen it on in either Corns or my streams, where we go back, we look to try to see, okay, what was he doing at the moment of impact, and you've got to drop way down, and you can only barely see the roof of the car because you want to be able to see that RPM gauge.
Oh yeah, you gotta love doing that to just watch when somebody's hitting it. I know you guys have laughed at mine when I go back to watch replays in VR.
Right.
It's even funnier when you're watching
Dude,
suspension cams and I twist my head and
I don't
we're
I
looking
don't
totally different angles.
I don't like watching your replays when you're barrel rolling. Good God, no.
Oh, so
Hey.
you're supposed to pay attention to those gauges on the dash?
Sometimes.
So the other place I can find them to be handy is coming from the dirt side. Is that not all gauges in the sim are backlit?
Also true.
So when you have the night
Very
races, you can't see your tack, you can't see your temps, and believe it or not, you can blow a dirt car up. I've figured out a way how. So I mean, I get why they put some of that instrumentation in there,
Right.
even if you do have the field of view back. And then there's,
But
the case of I can't tell how fast I'm going because I can't feel it.
But like for a newbie like Robin, who prior to iRacing, the only experience that Robin had with racing is going with me to dirt bike races. We don't have gauges, so I'm teaching Robin how to race and why we race that way. So you want to limit the information that a new driver gets. So water temp and oil temp are probably in RPM, the three things that they actually need. Outside of that, everything else means nothing. Because how often have we seen an alternator die in iRacing? You don't see it.
Seen oil pressure drop. That was fun.
Right.
That is something, not to go off topic, but you just made a very good point, and it's something that iRacing is really lacking on, and I've seen a lot of comments about mechanical failures.
Yeah.
That is a massive thing missing.
So while I agree with where your statement is, I would say for D class and lower, take the mechanical failures out of it. But anything C class and higher, like when we get to the NIS, why don't we see a motor blow up if you're running it too hard?
Yeah, no,
Well,
like D class and below, I agree, but the tire failure physics. I don't know if any of you guys have watched some of those videos.
Or lack of.
Exactly. I've seen guys that have purposely gone out and run them to zero to blow them. There's no blown tire. A random flat.
It just quits
motor
working.
dropping a cylinder. Anything more realistic would be nice to have. Everybody's more on the whole, let's add rain.
Right.
The other
I
thing too
don't
is
care
that
about rain. Let's fix core issues that have been core issues since before it was iRacing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I agree because I was doing a race either earlier this week or last week, and I ran a set of tires almost all the way to the end of the race, and instead of it, like you say, blowing out or going flat or anything like that, I just get a meatball flag to go into the pits to change it.
Yep.
Yeah.
to play devil's advocate off of that, I think that iRacing would need to have a causation for a failure. Like having a random failure, I think, is garbage. You'd have to be able to do something in order to cause that failure. Now, if the tire puncture is because, okay, you ran over debris, something simple like that. Okay, you ran over debris, you now have a tire failure. Or there's that blowout when you do wear below zero. Or if you get a tire that's too hot and it gets overpressured.
Right. Well,
something like that. Now,
hey, Tom,
if you have and for the sake of having an oil pressure gauge, because I mean, there's very few scenarios where you would lack oil pressure, and that's when the oil gets hot and starts to boil, and then your pressure drops. The other thing is that if you happen to catch high side a curb, knock a hole in the oil pan. So I mean, those are things that can be done. I'm not
Right.
sure. I mean, I'm sure that's a
Well,
coding nightmare.
And I'm wondering too, because Nim told us in my stream from Darlington that basically the base of iRacing is basically NASCAR Racing 2 stripped down to the framework. There really wasn't that in NASCAR Racing 2. And I know they're working on a bunch of stuff to try to get multi-threading and everything else, plus the rain. I'm wondering if maybe that's eventually coming once they do the rework. Maybe it's the fact of the sim can't handle it, because if you look at something like Assetto Corsa, it's not on such an archaic framework.
Look at BeamNG Drive. Look at ACC.
Right.
Right, but I mean, I like where they're going, but they're dangling the carrot with this rain.
Right.
And I like what they're putting behind it, but as of the old base framework, I'm sitting here on a 5900X and a 3070, and I can't hold 90 FPS in VR.
Well, I got a 3080 and 140 is as good as I can do, and that should not be the case.
Yeah, there's bigger issues that need to be addressed before. Look, we have rain.
Right, and that's what I definitely agree with there.
And I know we all can say it. The penalty system needs an overhaul more than the game does.
Right.
Which I think they're working on the protest system. I don't know about.
Well,
yeah,
not so much the protest system, but just the 4Xs.
But I think you have to fix the protest system before you fix the X system.
Yeah,
right?
I think so too.
It's an easier fix.
Okay, that I'll give Tom, especially that statement. That is an easier fix. But you get rear-ended, you get a 4X. Okay, were you standing on the brakes to get rear-ended? Okay, now you deserve a 4X. Were you on the wood at speed and this guy just comes up and packs you? You held your line, you did what you were supposed to do, and dude drove through you.
Well, and like Bill just said here in the chat, rain's gonna be cool, but it's gonna be an FPS killer. So there's
it shouldn't be as bad if they start implementing a few key things,
right,
which look very plausible. One of the biggest things I'm waiting to see, and I want to see with all the guys they've just recently added to their portfolio, go to Vulkan. We need this running on Vulkan.
Right, it's still running on what, DX11?
Yes.
Which is
still on DX11, so we are not getting any benefit from the 2000 and 3000 and 4000 series NVIDIA cards.
Right.
DLSS is nothing for us.
Right.
So, yeah, we have, great cards that are fantastic when you slap DLSS and all the other software witchcraft that NVIDIA has created, that AMD attempted and then got people banned for. The tools are there, the ability's there. But the problem is, for a game that we're spending, I don't even want to calculate at this point, how much money we're spending every year. Like, I'm blowing $120 a year for the license, let alone the tracks I bought for SimCar, the tracks I'm buying for NASCAR. I got to pick up the IR18, and there's a couple other cars I've got to pick up, especially now that since I'm not touching road until next season, so I can get out of D class. That's going to open windows,
right?
And I'm going to have to buy more content. Well, buy is a strong term. rent.
Yeah.
I mean, I got kicked in the teeth with the 488
Right.
because I was just outside of their window of getting any
Right.
value back from it to go to the 296. You know, I understand legacy cars and moving stuff to legacy, but they need that's another thing they need to work on. Like I'm not saying give us the new car for free, because the time and money they put in for the laser scans and I can respect that and understand the numbers. But their mentality, what was it, like 6 months, 9 months was
Something
the
like
window to
that.
get anything out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I ran it the previous season to that window for SimCar, and I got jack. You know, and then there, you know, more tracks are going to go legacy. Auto Club's going to go to be a legacy track.
Yep.
Just because Auto Club is, well,
No more.
Hey, you know what time
this-
I think it is?
What?
I think it's check-in with JD McKaylee time in the car from, where is he?
Darlington.
5 flights.
Five flags.
Oh, 5 flags? Oh, he's running the snowball, isn't he?
I'm going to go,
Yeah, you want to go check on JD?
I'm going to go down there and ask him, and I'll be back.
Woohoo!
Well, before they come up,
Yep.
I want to show this replay.
Okay.
So you were talking about what was it? Awareness, something like that.
Yeah, it was wreck avoidance.
Do what?
Wreck avoidance.
Wreck avoidance, awareness, being able to read the race. So, if you've got me pulled up and you're ready, I dropped to the back immediately. I started trying to work my way back up after a couple laps because it looked like it was going to go. It looked like they had cleaned it up, and then I saw shit getting stupid again. And this is the outcome of that.
Smoke show.
Yeah, so he's already backing off, getting low. Still smoke everywhere. Yee.
0x. And then, so I see this guy coming up to my inside. He's faster than me. He made it through the wreck faster. So I'm going to let him go. I'm not going to block him. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to tag on and I'm going to take his draft. Right? You got the 23 coming up fast on the outside. Let him go. If he can get by and get by us, cool. I'll race him when the time comes.
Right.
This guy up here, he did the right thing. Pulled to the apron, let us by. You know? And it's just, this is the type of thing that we don't see enough of, is smart racing.
Right.
No. It doesn't matter what series you're in. It doesn't matter what license class you are. And it doesn't matter how high your I rating is. Does it, AJ?
Right.
No, because I lost 500 this week. But
No, but then
So
you
am I.
also gotta watch out for the ones that, because I've been a victim of this many a time. That's why I started driving a pink car in some of the races just to stand out
right,
and not get ran over.
right,
But I've pulled over, been all the way against the wall, and got slammed the F over, giving them the whole track.
right.
Yep.
So,
Oh, that's normal.
dear, was JD willing to let us bring him up? Okay, you want to go ahead and pull him on in for a minute?
Yeah, sure. 1 second.
We're gonna check in with JD. He's running the Winter Derby right now. We'll see where he's at with things.
Hold on.
It's the iCrack. Oh, you might not be able to. I got him.
She should be able to. She's the moderator.
It doesn't show up for her.
It's not letting me.
Let me look.
Hey,
Yeah, I
JD, we
can't-
got a copy.
Hello, JD.
I was wondering if you were gonna realize, hey, I can't come up there.
I couldn't do it either.
No, I
It must be a mod permission thing.
something else, and then I didn't have access to pull you up here. So
What's our status so far? Where are we sitting, bud?
Well, right now it's lap 114. I'm in 21st out of 28.
How many
I'm 2
X's?
laps down, 0.
Oh. All right.
But we've had only 3 cautions. First caution came out at around lap 70, and then we had
wow.
2 back to the back.
All
well,
right.
cautions, precautions, but that's impressive to get to 70 before.
Yeah, it's
Did
been
somebody
pretty-
get assisted, or did somebody just lose it?
I don't know. I didn't see it. But
All right.
I didn't qualify because I was expecting to be what happened last year, but it's a long race, so
All right. Well, we
So give it
figured we
time, it'll happen.
yeah, we figured we'd check in with you now. We'll check back in with you here a little bit later. So I'll send you back down there to hang out with Turnup, but try to keep that 0x. We'll see where you're at in about a half hour or so.
okay.
All right,
Yes,
buddy.
yes.
Keep the
Hey.
shiny side up, man. Keep the shiny side
JD,
up.
JD, I'll be watching.
Are you watching?
Remember,
I mean, I just jumped in at spotter, but I'll be watching.
Okay.
I won't take away
Yes.
your spotter, I promise.
shiny side up, safety
Uh-oh.
third.
All right, bud. We'll check in with you here in a few.
Yes, sir.
Next time he
Alright.
comes back, we got to mess with him as
Oh yeah.
This is the revved up podcast in a booth. You got a copy down there, JD?
Right. It'd be
Gotta
nice
have
if
some
I
fun messing
it'd be
with him.
nice if I could move him while keeping his stream live, because then it would be cool to give us something else. But
Hey, Corn, can you
I haven't found a.
stream it?
oh yeah,
Like TV view or something like that?
I could put it in with a small little view in the corner.
So I have to laugh. You know how we were talking about the first few weeks of iRacing and learning the lay of the land. Y'all had it the nice way. My buddy kept harassing me, conning me in to go spend the money.
Huh.
So I jumped in with a 20-plus-year-old Logitech wheel, jumped into the Legends, and spanked him. He'd been on the sim for 5 years. Within 10 minutes, I'm just running
Excuse
2
me?
seconds faster than he is, and he's just sitting there. I'm glad we were in a Discord because the things that were said would have gotten him banned from iRacing.
Oh God.
Oh, dude, he was hot. I'm like, bro, like the basis of this is from Papyrus. I spent more time running Papyrus games than you want to know about
Right.
because I was out of work for years with an injury. I
Yeah.
had nothing better to do with my time.
Right.
So, I got into an NR2K3 group and I ran the living snot out of it. You guys have met Justin Malillo.
Yep.
That's one of the old admins from Open Speedway.
Okay.
That's how I met Justin.
Gotcha.
I completely ass-packed him in my first truck race. check it up for a caution, and I didn't want to lock the tires up. And
Oh God. Right
I
into
went
him.
to go to the wall to avoid, and he pulled up to avoid, and about 75-mile-an-hour hit.
Oops.
I blame all my heartache and everything on AJ and JD because I picked up watching their videos on YouTube before I even got into iRacing. That's what got me into iRacing.
So with that, I can add to that because before I ever had iRacing, I knew about Nora, and I watched a ton of the Nora races, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome,
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I'd never get that far.
Hey, Robin, pass the Sour Patch Kids.
And then, as you know, how the whole broadcast deal for SimCar worked out. Ended up working with Trevor and Christian, and Christian put out an open invite to a couple of us to go over and run in Nora. And I'm sitting there like a kid that I'm the fat kid eating the cake and having more delivered, man.
Right.
I'm like, how did I end up here? I'm
But
way out of my league, but I'm loving it.
well, but see that proves to Robin's point too, though. Like finding a community that you fit into and you can go racing with will help you infinitely. I mean, I think all. I hear you laughing, Tom.
Yeah.
I think any of us in here can say the same thing, that like all of our I ratings have increased since we've come into this group.
Not mine.
Well,
I
Well, I agree with
Well,
that.
yours-
Also say this.
Yours is still within the 90-day grace period.
So
I agree with that, being probably one of the newest people of the group coming in, that I've had many of y'all give me pointers and everything else, and I can say, y'all have taken me in like family and everything
You
else.
think this is family?
Yeah, a wacky family, but a family.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you on that. My I rating.
Yeah, I got Yoda in the chat
I mean, it
saying
has
the
to
same
go.
thing.
So I haven't run enough official stuff with you guys to really say where my rating's gone.
Right.
I gained 100 points talking to you guys, and thank you, AJ, for convincing me to run the 87s.
Oh, a lot of fun.
I got the 100 back and the safety point back from Alex Axman's idea to go run Draft Masters.
Right.
So just a second, Leonard, can you mute your mic, please?
I muted Leonard.
Thank you.
Oh, did I not server mute him or whatever? Mute
No, I
him.
can't either.
Sorry.
But really racing with you guys in the separate leagues, while it doesn't affect the official ratings, I feel I've learned a lot more.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you're getting aspects from all sorts of different people. Like what works for one person may not work for the other. We found out today, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but we found out today that Nick created a setup that works for me and Corn, and we can use it really good. That's very rare to find,
Yeah, so
especially
it's
doing a
very
team
rare.
event. Like
So-
I've been racing team bikes for 15 years.
Mhm.
And I'm 6'6". Most of my partners that I've ridden with, outside of my brother, they're all considerably shorter than me. So you got to make it work for two people because you're doing one bike.
Right.
So,
Well, it's like all my sim car stuff. Even with stepping away from the team I started with and ran multiple seasons with, we still have a technical alliance. I still get setups from them.
right,
I cannot drive my old boss's setups to save my life.
right,
But as you've seen, he's leading the points in pro, and he drives out of people's lives. Like, he's fast. They're good setups. Multiple guys can run them. I can't keep the car on the track with his setups.
yeah, and it doesn't work for some people. But Nick, I think you were going to say
Setups
something with
all
the
the
setup.
time, or
So that setup that for the 24 that we've been kind of playing with. So the fact that we have 3 drivers that can all drive that same setup without even touching the in-car adjustments. That's the other thing with that setup.
Right.
Well,
None of us change anything on the in-car adjustments on that setup. We drive it so similar, and that's extremely rare.
Right.
I mean, look at what we did at Daytona on the oval side, and they had WINS.
Oh, yeah.
Or WINS.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
how many open wins did we pull out of that thing? I know I pulled 1. Corn pulled 2.
Corn got 3.
Yeah, corn
No,
pulled
he
3.
pulled 2 opens, one fixed, right?
3 opens.
3 open wins. Okay, so
Yeah, and it was something that I literally took a swing on that setup and tried something that shouldn't have worked, and it just did. Like we went 1, 2, 3 in one split.
Yep.
I think 1, 2 in it was a twice that we did 1, 2, 3.
We did it twice. We did it twice.
You know, it probably wasn't the best for top split, but for everything else, and even in top split, it worked very well. It just lacked a little bit in a couple of spots. So, you know, the fact that you could put that setup in the hands of how many people use that setup? 7 or 8?
Yeah, something like that.
And we ran away with it at points. So it can be done.
Pit stop.
Don't even get me started, Gary. Don't even get me started. I should yeah. But overall, the setup just flew. And the fact that you could put it into the hands of almost anybody tells me that I did something right. What it is, I don't know, but granted, yeah, it's a super speedway race. So, but you know, you can learn things from other people. Like I've learned stuff from Damien as far as short track setup that lately has blown my mind, and I actually used it last night in our league race, and it worked out. So it can be done. It's just some guys like a really, really loose race car, and I would rather have it be hella tight to start with and then loosen up to where I'm freer later into the run. So, but
you kind of have a somewhat similar setup style to what I like,
right.
but I like to be a little bit more neutral starting off, and where I can kind of manage it with, okay, I want to drive out of the corner to free it up a little bit more.
Right.
So here's the problem with the term neutral, right? Andy Hillenberg, or was it not Hillenberg? Andy Petrie. When he first started, when he first started being a crew chief for Dale Senior, they're testing the car. I don't even know where. And Dale goes, "Yeah, the car's real neutral." And Andy's looking at the car. He goes, "Man, that thing is flat out sideways through the freaking corner." Dale, how's the car? It's neutral.
It was Rockingham.
Yeah. Oh, neutral must be loose. Okay.
Well, he's like, it looks loose as shit. Dale goes, "That's what I've been trying to tell you. It's neutral." And he's talking about the wheel feels neutral. And I had this conversation with my dad because we were talking about this exact thing.
Adam, my bestie.
And he goes, you know, you...
We are actually doing a podcast right now.
Hold on. I gotta mute her for a second because she's talking in game. He's talking about how the wheel feels neutral. Not that the car is neutral, just that the wheel is he's not having to really put input into it. That's all he's talking about.
Yeah, so that's just a key quirk. And tight and loose is on a relative scale. So I could jump in a car and tell you, man, this thing is tighter than, you know, words I'm not supposed to say on YouTube. And then AJ will jump in that same car and be like, dude, how am I backing into the corner here? Like,
yeah. Well, and
like good old Formula D style driving.
Yeah, but Tom coming from dirt, for him having a loose pavement car, it's not necessarily as much of an issue. Whereas for me, if that 87 starts to get really, really loose, I gotta back it down a little bit. Or otherwise I'm just looping it.
When he does that wing for that last stint, yeah.
That Lotus 49 setup that we tried, that last one we tried before we decided to use the previous one, I had you try a setup because I'm like, hey, I think this is better. Try it. Tell me what you think.
Right.
You guys said, there's no way in hell nobody will be able to hold on to it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I do remember that. But it was fast as fuck, though.
It was fast. It was stupid fast.
But
I thought you wanted fast. I didn't know you wanted stable.
Yeah, so to that,
good, fast and loud.
You know, this kind of helps transition into this, but so we've been working on the 24-hour Daytona. Like I said, me and Korn took fourth with Nick's setup. We were the fastest guys on track at night. I mean, I was at least a second at times faster, if not 2 seconds faster than the leaders at points. So it worked. It worked really, really well. So
I am super, super excited to see how we can do in the 24.
Just don't try to murder anybody in a turn line one like I did my first time
Right.
there.
Right. Well, and I come in, I don't even think I'd been out 10 laps. I mean, Corin could tell you better than I could, but I come down into one. I'd been pushing the wheels or push the tires because I had the guy right behind me, right next to me, and it, for some reason, I had to keep it way tight into turn one, and when I went to rotate, it just kind of spun right out, and there's nothing I could do. It's not like I was really hard on it, but it was, unfortunately, because I had to keep it so tight in so many corners, I was just kind of screwed, right? But that's the nature of side-by-side racing.
Oh yeah.
So
especially there, because they say you can go too wide into one and make it stick.
I
and
did for 2 or 3 laps, and then the tires were just way too hot.
Yeah, it works short term.
Yeah.
Anything longer than short term, you're done.
Right.
You're going for a ride.
Right. So I think as far as the GTP car is concerned, I think the setup is good to go, barring any updates, from iRacing. But it worked well. It wasn't the fastest thing, but I'd rather have consistent over fast, especially in endurance.
Oh yeah. 100%. You gotta have endurance pace
now,
more than single lap killers.
Right. Now, if we can get Tom to run the 24, it could be interesting. I don't know if he's up for it.
Why? Okay. I am a lot of things, AJ. I am not a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Not a road racer.
Mm-hmm.
Not a road racer.
Oh, we know this.
Hey, you did very good at your one road race I was a part of, sir.
He was in 2.
Yes.
He was in 2.
He was in 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He didn't do half bad.
So he did pretty
No,
decent.
it was just the other half that sucked, the half after the flag.
Right. Yeah. But
I mean, I did great in warm-ups.
no, I think
Hey, you brought a whole new level to a party, sir.
that's
Sure
true. That's true. That's very true.
Too bad it's a lower level, like it's the epilogue or the prologue.
Yeah. But no, I think Daytona we're pretty much we're on point. I think we got to help the guys with the other cars because we are trying to run 3 different cars, all that fun stuff.
I think there's some more work to do, especially on the LMP2 setup, to find a little more speed. It's stable. I think it just needs a lot more speed.
Right. Bill, shoot me a message. Well, yeah, I'll get with you on Discord because we might. I got to see what the numbers look like for the rest of the teams, but I know we've got some other people that we're looking to do GT3. I don't know what the LMP2 team's looking like, but I'll get with you after this. But no, I think Daytona is going to be fun. Like I said, if we could get Tom, that'd be fun. But I don't know if he'll do it.
Yeah, you want the guy that's got the attention span the size of a gnat's ass on an endurance race. Yeah, okay, bud. Let me know how that works out for you.
I mean, it'd be fun to get him in for a stint as a spotter. At a minimum.
Yeah, you could jump in as a spotter. You could join this.
Oh, you want me in there for content? Okay, I get it.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to run it, you could jump. You could jump in, but
I need entertainment at some point.
Yeah, because it's boring.
But
Tom definitely brings the content.
Yeah, Tom brings the content, all right. Oh,
hey,
man.
I figured out why I'm not in any more of JD's videos is because they took my chat away.
Yeah.
But he doesn't record anything we say in Discord. Thank God. Yes, exactly.
He did once. He did once.
Oh,
and that video is now locked away in many, many vaults. Buried deep in the middle of the earth.
It looks like, so if you look on my screen that direction, Robin's over here in Draft Masters, and Ron in the chat is in the race with her, so I'm sure we'll hear about this later.
All I haven't seen the wheel come off the desk. I
No,
haven't seen the headset go flying.
no, but I have a
It
feeling
hasn't
that
been bad yet.
eventually, at least better pedals are in the future.
Oh
So,
yes.
Which remind me, still gotta get with you after this again. I'm on something related to that.
Okay. But oh, what the heck?
Thought.
Yeah.
Wait for the train to come back around. Come on. Choo-choo.
It'll get there, but
So while the train's rolling, what about Martinsville?
what
Oh, I
about
don't want to talk
Martinsville?
about it.
I mean, we can talk about the league race.
I
Your
had
winner.
fun.
Your winner.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I led laps. I led laps until I was escorted out of the lead. Is that the best way to say it?
I don't know.
I was more than moved. I was
Evening,
more
Steven.
than moved. I know I had a bumper laying in the bed of that truck. That's how well I got moved, because I was trying to roll and be smooth and not burn it up.
Right.
And I do believe it was a U-Haul truck that decided he had enough of being in front of him.
I think he had a delivery. He had to get by for the delivery.
Oh, no. He had a special delivery, and it
Yeah.
was for me. And he delivered.
Mike,
He delivered
bumper
through
for
the
you?
Amazon.
Mike just said in the chat that he was escorted out of the heat race.
I was escorted right into the outside wall.
I think I hit you when you were escorted to that wall. I tried missing you locked up on the brake.
I
No,
smacked
not that
out.
time.
I smacked the outside wall pretty good. I'm actually shocked that I wound up winning that thing. But
I mean the one that ended my race and blew my motor.
oh,
I mean,
The one where I was murdered.
yeah, you were murdered. Yeah, dude, I got destroyed lap 7 of the feature and had to burn the fast repair on lap 7.
ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, I got stuffed. I don't know who it was I hit or hit me, but I ripped the right front wheel clean off the truck.
Oof.
So I had to burn the fast repair on lap 7.
Yeah.
I had to run 143 laps with no
See,
fast repair.
And like I had said earlier, I changed the gear ratio on the rear end to try to get smoother off the corner. And yeah, I couldn't pull, but if I could get the drive down into the next one, I could usually muscle my way to the inside without hitting anybody and right on along. But you know, it worked out, but it didn't. I don't know.
Everybody trying to start off in second gear was.
Oh, I was starting in third the whole frickin' time. It was actually. It was waste.
I told people that they had to starting at third.
Yeah, it worked. It actually worked better because then we could get rolling. There wouldn't be the checkup for the shift from second to third, and you didn't get squirrely when you did the shift.
I never really had an issue with starting in second other than one restart.
Right.
And I think I was starting beside you. And I knew going into the corner that if I wanted any chance, I needed to be alongside you.
Right.
I couldn't get a better start than me.
Well, and the other thing too that I kept doing is as soon as I hit that restart zone, man, I was going. Because then that way nobody would stack up behind me. I could pull ahead, move over, get into my line, and out the corner.
Or that fourth gear restart.
Yeah, I screwed up. I quick downshifted, but Jesus.
Oh, the checks were horrible because everybody else was trying second. I'm sitting mid-pack in third gear. As soon as the front guys start rolling, I don't have to feather it. I can just mat it. I'd mat it. These guys would make the 2 to 3 shift, and I'm trying to climb in the cab with them.
Well, so I did a third gear restart. I was in third, and I went off third, and Turnip was right next to me, and we barely went off, and I watched him do the shift, and he dropped right back. And I'm like, dude, you gotta start in third because you're gonna cause that stack up, and then we're under pacing again. You gotta start in third, which was actually a better way to go because the gear isn't steep enough to cause the spin. That's half your fight.
Yeah, it would It
It
I'm-
would
could.
still it would still spin
Well-
in third. I will attest to this.
On fresh tires, I could start in second, but I could only do that like twice. If we got caution back to back, I could do it twice. After that, I'm screwed.
Yep.
And that was with a more top speed gear than a acceleration gear.
See,
Yeah.
I don't
And
know
then
if I was just rolling the throttle more or what, but I never really had a problem with the second gear.
Well, the thing
I
that
think it was too.
the thing that I noticed was late in the run once the track rubbered in, coming out of 4, I think if I'd have had
Yeah.
the steeper gear, I would have junked it every time.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Because out of four turned to grease.
It got weird, and then out of nowhere, it went back fine. So I don't really know what changed in the physics on it, but it got to a point where you could jump back into it sooner, and it was almost like they scraped the track.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it
Huh.
was real bad around lap 100 to 120.
Right.
That's where I spun twice.
Right.
And then the last lap spin, it was coming off of 4. I went the same way into the throttle, and all of a sudden it just said nope.
Yep.
And I'm grabbing the clutch, not touching the brake, trying to find reverse just to get it to back across the whole
Right.
thing. I feel
Um,
bad for what's left of that transmission.
Hell, what about that LS under the hood that probably puked its guts out afterward?
Oh my
Um,
god.
Like I wouldn't want a motor from there.
No, not after as bad as he beat us. Not at it.
So Steven's got a question in the chat. And I know all of us can answer this one, but he wants to know why people that are higher rating running rookie class.
I was gonna mention something about that.
I was too.
I deal with one of these guys on a regular basis. And I'm not gonna name any names. But
Hashtag
they go down to the rookies to steal iRating so they can pad their iRating because they can drive the rookie street stocks really good, and they can beat people that probably don't have the experience because rookies have a 1500 iRating. And
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. But they steal the iRating, they pad their iRating, then they go back to running whatever, and they can have a 5,000 to 6,000 iRating, and they think that it makes them this ultimate driver. When in actuality, okay, yeah, you can drive a short track, doesn't mean you could drive a super speedway or a speedway for
Well,
that matter.
Not even a short track, because those rookie street stocks are
They don't
what?
drive
You're-
like short track cars.
Yeah, no, they don't drive like a short track car. And if you
And-
look, they don't even run anything but super speedways outside of those rookie street stocks.
Correct. Correct.
Now,
Again, I feel targeted.
well, I was gonna say, all those super speedways that we had back to back, I got my rating up to close to 3,300. It was I think 3240 is something where I got it. And well, now I don't have any super speedways besides the cluster that is Draft Masters, and well, guess who's dropped down 500 points?
Right. I've done the same thing lately. And that's just half of that's because in Draft Masters I keep getting screwed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
no,
they-
Mike, it wasn't you, buddy.
They
But-
need to revamp that.
I think once
And-
you're out of rookie, you can't go back to rookie races. That would be my opinion on that. You're locked out of rookie races.
Yes and no. I agree.
Maybe
but
once you hit C class.
Yes. I think giving some guys the ability to go down A class, quote unquote,
Right.
would be because if they're like when I moved from trucks to Xfinity, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was
Game
a
changer.
horrible move for me.
Right. I can run them, but I can't run them.
Well, my first Xfinity was at Texas. So let's just already say bad move, horrible
Uh-oh.
track, and go, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Robin
know,
just told me
I
to wait for the
watched-
replay of the race that she sent. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Oh, you're good. Yeah, like I watched my iRating just plummet. Dude, I pushed my iRating off a cliff when I went to Xfinity. But I clawed my way back, never got the rating back, but I clawed my way to A class.
right. Well, and Corn's in the same boat. He's clawing his way back to A class at this point because we've gotten screwed. Now to that, it kind of brings in another thing that I was just thinking is it feels like up until this week, the racing's been better than it was, say, at the start of the year. The start of the year in ovals was so bad. So bad.
I avoided most of it, to be,
Oh,
be honest.
up until about the end of August, it was just atrocious.
Like
So,
all year I've been paying for the membership and all I've run is SimCar.
right.
You know what else
I-
starts in August though?
I've stayed out of official. I've stayed, just in that. And I'd go run one
Right.
D class road.
Right.
But
So-
other than that, I'd stay away from it just because last year it was towards the end of last year it was trash.
So hold on, not to interrupt. Just because I see JD's under caution, I want to grab him really quick before he goes back green. We'll see how this race is going, and then Nick will come back to you in just a second. So hold that thought for 2 seconds.
We need to ask him why he's sucking.
Yeah, hold on. I got this. Hey JD, it's AJ up in the booth. We got you.
Hey,
How's it going?
I'm hanging on, but I'm 3 laps down.
Well, I see you're under caution, so I figured I'd grab you before you went back green. So just wanted to see how many X's we at?
2.
2?
Oh,
All right.
I hit the I hit the wall and wall road for a minute there, about scared the bejeebers out of me.
Well, we got the
JD, I'm watching this race, and I may have been able to keep up with some of these guys the longer the race went.
Oh, JD, you just out there taking the watermelon slide?
Hang on, I was sorry, I didn't get any of that. I was too focused on not killing somebody on pit.
You're good.
What'd you say? Something about corn watermelon?
Oh, so you out there doing the watermelon slide around the high side?
I made it. But
You're
I
dead.
am currently in 21st. I'm 3 laps down. There's only been a couple of cautions, but they keep coming out whenever right after the leader passes me.
Are there any lucky dogs or wave
So,
around?
yeah, well, I don't know about wave rounds, but lucky dogs there are.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I got
you-
Crash behind me. He's 4 laps down.
your dad says it's your home track, for crying out loud. So get after it.
Is he watching or no?
Oh, I just pulled you in here, and he's in my chat. So,
We're watching. We're streaming you, by the way.
yeah, we've got you on the left side of this screen. So Corn's got you up in here, so we can
Oh,
kind of keep up.
jeez.
But all right, bud. Well, I'm gonna send you back down, let you get ready for the restart. So we'll catch up to you here in a little while.
Alrighty.
Good luck, bud.
Thanks.
TD McKaylee, everybody. All
Completely
right.
unrelated.
So
My buddy just called me, told me that he wanted me to officiate his wedding.
That's a horrible idea.
Well, I already said yes, so here we
God.
go.
Okay. Well, so Nick, what were you gonna say so we get back to
so you were saying
Pastor
Up until-
Dominator.
up until about August it was horrid on oval.
right
You know something that starts in about August?
school?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of it right there.
I think you're right.
Is school started up, all these kids that are jumping on with controllers and everything else. Basically, the NASCAR heat drivers that treat it like NASCAR heat, not a completely different system.
Hey,
Right.
hey, you can't knock We're Gonna Lose. He makes funny content.
I cannot watch that
As long-
guy.
As
I-
long as he keeps it over there, I don't care.
No,
Yeah.
he brought it to racing.
Yeah, he
legit.
did. He did. JD watches him.
I'd probably wreck him on principle.
Yeah.
I've got him on PSN. Yeah.
I can't watch his stuff. That just it was. But if he wants to do it NASCAR Heat, whatever, that's fine. You want to do it over in iRacing? I got a problem with that.
Somebody got moved in JD's race.
Yeah, I will be
Oh,
right
they
back,
did that
gentlemen.
Barbie car.
Yep. But yeah, I was like, as long as he keeps it over there, I don't care.
Yeah. No, I die laughing watching some of his stuff, and then you watch him get into iRacing and do that, and it's like,
Yeah,
it's one thing when it's like AJ. It's one thing when it's like NASCAR Heat or NASCAR Inside Line. And then he comes over to the more sim side of things, and it's like, the content's funny, but being a sim racer,
So
arguably being the tractor of the group, since nobody else has put me under a bus, being the tractor of the group, even I'm sitting here going, "Come on, dude, that's so blatant," and you don't know how he's not banned. Like, we get vacations for altercations less than that, and he just goes out and blatantly Matt Kenseth somebody.
Yep.
It's like, it's like, do these guys not know about the protest system, or is there? And this is kind of my thing. I'm curious on now, because there's a lot higher esports drivers and e-tubers that are
Right.
making content, and they're doing things that would get normal people vacations,
Mm-hmm.
and they're getting.
Here's the thing.
Are they getting away with it, or is it there's a blind eye kind of turn to?
There is no blind eye to anybody. I guarantee you that.
I bet you, and Mike just said it in the chat. Dude's probably got a dozen accounts.
yeah.
Oh, easily. And none of them are his real name. So
Yeah, he hasn't run his real name in anything in so long. It's not.
but coming back to the fact of licenses in C class and rookies in D class and all that stuff, like, I didn't necessarily want to put Robin in Draft Masters, but it's better than her trying to drive the ARCA car at North Wilkesboro. We all know how ARCA can be, but at the same time, I feel like Draft Masters, if you want to have an ARCA style race like that, it shouldn't be a D class series.
No, and that's honestly, it's the biggest thing with Draft Masters, is either Draft Masters shouldn't be D class, or it should be broke down into a multi-class. Now, if they wanted to take D and C and put
Mhm.
D and C together for one, and then our A and B guys in another, I'll bite there.
Right.
But when you take an A class guy and go stick him in a D class race, and he gets boned,
Right.
and then watches his stats fall like a lead balloon, but yet he can go out and win the next one and get a morsel.
Hey, don't talk about me like that, Gary.
Oh, I'm talking about my experience, thanks to Alex, and going over there and getting.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different world.
Dude, that was my highest X official race since I've gotten on iRacing.
So, the reason that I am not running any more Draft Masters this week is I realized today that I've made it all week without getting completely wrecked out of one.
We're done. I'm
Ooh.
away from the casino.
Oh.
While I'm dead.
Oh,
Ooh,
Did somebody just die in that race?
yeah, I think so.
that was Arca Break City. Holy crap.
So, just an update. Robin just went P4 in Draft Masters 0x.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Robin.
So that's pretty freaking impressive right there.
I would say that's amazing. You
That
don't
sucks.
get that in Draft Masters.
Now here's the thing. at the end of the race, did she go, "Hey, fifth and back, you just got beat by a girl"?
Okay, so
You should have.
so Steven also asked another question here, and it kind of fits in with this. You know, you have the A guys that drop down, and he's wondering how they come in and they're able to run 1 to 2 seconds faster than everybody else. And
Experience.
this is I've seen this with Robin, and this is some coaching from the Gaminator. And I didn't think to try this until now, but adjust the steering ratio so that way you're inputting less. It's
on which
in like the rookie street stocks.
actually, so you're on the right track. On dirt, you want to go with the tightest steering ratio you can, meaning you want the smaller number, like a 4-to-1, 8-to-1,
Right.
10-to-1, something like that. On the asphalt side, I tend to stick around 12-to-1. I am not that good of an asphalt driver, but I did notice, and this comes from running NASCAR Racing 2003, that the rule of thumb was that if you take your wheel and you're turning it about almost a quarter of a turn, going through the corner, that's about the right steering ratio for that track, which is usually 14-to-1, 12-to-1, 16-to-1, somewhere in there.
Right.
When you have the rack and pinion in the next gen car, just, pick and choose.
Yeah, that's like personal preference because it does weird things.
Yeah, that thing just throws any normalcy out of the window. Even though most of us drive cars that are rack and pinion now.
What's your safety rating, dear?
3.19.
Oof.
I know.
We got some work, but she's got 2 weeks to keep it above 3, Travis, and she'll make it. But no, I took the same principles that Tom was saying, and put her in an ARCA car at North Wilkesboro just to have her turn laps, right? And she instantly noticed that right then, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, this is easier to drive.
It was
You're
great.
It does seem like you're gonna scrub the tires less too. So what do you do for a legacy truck? I haven't run the legacy truck enough, Steven, but the big thing I can tell you, take the 87s for instance, corner entry is everything. If you can get the car as you come into the banking to force the wheel to turn instead of you turning the wheel, it's scrubbing that tire less.
P4 is so fetch.
That's a big thing with any car, especially, and that's part of why you see the A-class guys that drop down and they so much faster. They know the lines a little bit better.
Right.
They know where the last groove is. Ooh, somebody.
Oh, there's more death.
I think the Barbie car just got disqualified.
Did he just disappear?
Yeah.
But the A-class guys, we've run enough laps at so many different tracks. We know where to look for that line.
Right. Well, and two, the more you get acquainted with the car that you're driving on a multitude of different tracks, you pick up what it's going to do at different angles and different speeds, and when somebody's behind you, when somebody's leading you. It's I hate to say that it's like an experience or a feel thing, but it's an experience or a feel thing. And I will say this, a lot of us have direct drive wheels. Robin's on a Logitech, and she's not burning up tires. So, again, feel is everything. The only difference between my direct drive here and the Logitech she's on, it gives her more it gives me more feedback to feel what's going on around the track.
He's still alive.
Another thing with that too is like I run a lot of Gen 4 stuff when I get the chance. We run A class, we run B class, we run a lot of the higher horsepower cars, then you drop down to that lower horsepower. A class guys should be able to run pretty decently in those.
Right. And two, because I see what Steve's saying about getting on the throttle and it getting loose is, you when you run the higher horsepower, you know when you can't jump on it. I mean, we've all done it at Martinsville in an 87. We've all plowed that inside wall. I don't think there's anybody in here that hasn't done that.
I haven't run the 87s at Martinsville, so I don't have that acquaintancy yet.
Just wait, buddy.
Just wait.
But when you get into the
did it in the truck.
when you get into the lower horsepower, like the street stocks, really, if you're using the brake, you're almost doing it wrong. I hate to say that, but if you just let it roll through, you can almost feel it's like a pseudo thing that you feel the car rotate through, and you can get on the gas to get it to rotate out, and that's where that speed comes from, and it's kind of a weird throttle control idea. You're gonna dust that brake maybe a little bit to settle the car on entry, but you're gonna kind of blip it, and then get into it. Now, I'm not saying flatline it, but I'm saying ease it in.
Like, I was just seeing if one of the practice sessions for the super late models at Five Flags was still open, because I was gonna be open it up and try and see if I could come up with an example of it. Because that's a really good example of it, is those cars being able to turn it with the throttle.
Right. But no, Steven, is if you drag that brake a little bit on entry, not really get into it, but just let it settle the car, you'll almost see it happen, and then you can kind of rotate it.
A little bit of trail brake for that's fantastic.
Yep. And if you want something to really practice that with, go jump in one of the V's. You want to learn trail braking? Go get in a V.
Just don't shift.
Not in the corner. No.
That's death.
Yeah,
you want the fastest way to go in a circle? Shift in a corner. Ask the dumb guy that found that out the hard way.
I'm watching Robin's replay here to see what happened to.
So Adam is in the 13 car.
That's the black car?
This car right here, the yellow car.
Okay.
I'm in the pink car, Avi. And then this is Jeffrey Wade.
Okay.
So he's in that car. Adam and Jeffrey have been going at it for like 2 laps or like a lap or whatever. Adam gets annoyed because Jeffrey doesn't pick a lane. Can't pick a line or a lane, whatever he's saying. He's getting pissed at him. So this is what happens.
Oh.
So Mr. Adam takes him out there.
Adam, dude.
Hold on.
Ooh.
Can you hear them?
No, I don't have that.
Oh, you can't hear them?
No. Could you just kind of
That's
paraphrase?
what I need. No, I need you to hear them. I can't paraphrase because this is going off of like.
You're gonna have to share the application.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this is, how we were talking about like how you should and should not talk during a race.
Right. Ron said they were still yelling at each other when he left.
Yeah, I stayed in there for a little bit after just because I wanted to hear them to see if something else was going to happen, and I heard them yelling at each other.
Okay, we should be able to hear it now.
Okay.
Shit, I yell at people all the time. Maybe that's why I don't have a chat.
All right, go ahead and let's see if I can hear this. Okay, yeah, I've got audio.
Glad you have audio.
22, can you give me some room to breathe, please?
What the fuck was that, bro? I told you, pick a line and take it. You come down across my nose. Look at the replay. I didn't come across your nose, asshole. You came down on me. The replay.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to his live stream, everyone.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, because...
Look at the fucking replay. I told you I'm not lifting next time. So you're just going to take me out? Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, he did
Great
say that.
Driving.
To be fair, though, it didn't look like the 9 really
fucking moron.
Hold the line.
Can you give us... Can you go to Adam, hover over Adam's car, and then we can rewatch that, but...
I want you to see something first.
Diesel, you're right.
Okay, stop.
We have got beef, motherfuckers! 9, pick a
Wait, okay, this is where it starts. Hold on.
Okay, that's good.
Nine, pick a lane and take it, man.
See, that's where he started to get angry.
Right.
I mean, that was clean.
Yeah, so it looked clean to me.
And
I
he
didn't
had
see
he had
anything wrong
a
there.
full car gap ahead.
I think he just expected the 13 to go with him, and
Hey, Juan, you
he
got
didn't.
a mic?
So then this is what we saw was the next lap.
Yeah, and so then you want Adam's car?
Yeah, just go to
Up,
Where is he?
down,
13.
Oh, right here. Thank you. Okay, ready?
Yep.
I'm surprised he's not closing up on him faster.
Oh, what the heck?
I'm glad it wasn't just me that
I
happened
mean,
to.
he
22,
consistent.
Can you give me some room to breathe, please?
So, whoa,
Whoa.
roll that back because
Yeah.
I want to see
Play
the
that
in-car
in
of the
s-
13 there.
Yeah, keep going. You go back to the beginning of the straightaway and go to in-car. Because
Yep.
that seriously
Well,
looks like it snapped or he jerked the wheel.
And,
You want cockpit?
yeah.
Yes.
And to
Yeah.
me,
Cockpit, and put it in half speed.
yeah. No, all the way to
Yeah,
left.
all
All
the
the
way
way
to
to
left.
left.
Button.
Left.
Button.
Left.
Left.
You're
There you
pointing
go.
like she can see you, AJ. That's kind of funny.
So I mean, the nine's consistently drifting where he had the previous lap.
22, can you give me some room
So
to
he
breathe,
comes
please?
down. I think that 9 comes down onto Adam,
All right.
actually.
Go to the 9
Right, now-
cart.
But before you do that, switch your view to reverse chase.
Rear chase.
chase.
Right above there. Yep.
Rear chase. Now, run this back real quick. This will give us a better view.
22, can you give me some room to breathe?
Yeah,
Door
see,
was
9
closed. Door was closed before he went below the mustard. The door was closed before he went below the mustard.
What does that even mean?
So it means the
mustard
9
is the yellow line.
Yeah, and the 9 is shutting the door, not allowing
door?
him the imaginary door. Like look at the car. Look at the
Okay.
hole in front is a doorway. The doorway's
So he's
closed.
coming down now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If gap
Can you give me
car,
some room?
no gap, no car.
To me, it was a little late of a block.
It was a little. It was a little
Yeah.
late to come down, but it wasn't.
If he'd have come
wasn't-
down faster.
Yeah, it wasn't like he came down and slammed the door into his front wheel.
I agree with what Diesel said. The 13 could have backed off just a little bit.
I mean, all you had to do is just touch the brakes, and he'd have dusted the brakes. He'd have cleared him and been right on him. And if you really want to play dirty about it, he could have just been right on his
22,
bumper
can
going
you give
into
me some room
3.
to breathe?
But
See,
if
but
you
here's
look
the
at,
issue with
look at
all
his
this.
wheel. If you
Watch
look
how
at his
far he
front
comes off
wheel,
that yellow.
That is also a valid point.
22, can you give me some room to breathe?
I mean, he
Like-
flat hooked him.
Yeah, like if you go watch his in-car for that, or if you go to a side suspension view, go left front suspension real quick. I want to see if it'll show it. Yep, perfect. Roll back a little bit and run it through.
Okay,
Perfect.
play from here.
Watch this, and you'll see what I was seeing.
22, can you give me some room to breathe, please?
Yeah.
No, sir, you may not.
Now it didn't show it as bad as some of the other cars do. I was looking for
Yeah.
more of that wheel because it looks like he pulls that wheel back.
Watch that cockpit again. I think I saw
It's-
earlier. I saw it move a little bit.
If you
What did I
if
do?
you-
You got to go back to the lap that it was on.
Oh shit, I don't know what lap it was.
it was 6.
Thank you.
Yep.
No, it
Wait.
couldn't have been 6.
5.
It's 5.
It was 5.
Sorry.
Yeah, 5. Just play it from
Well,
here.
it was,
Oh, good God.
There was death in JD's race.
Oh, there was big death.
22, can you give me some room to breathe?
He's
It
dead
doesn't
center.
really look.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
if
was
you
gonna say, it
back
doesn't really
up,
look like he turned
But
the wheel.
he was holding left to go straight, just slightly
Yeah.
left, so to go straight,
22,
and then
can
he
you give me
lets it
some room
come
to
back
breathe,
to the
please?
center.
yeah, did you see the wheel jerk back though? Watch this in slow mo. Click slow
Can
mo.
you give me some room to breathe, please?
Nah, you gotta go back just a touch further. All right,
Wait,
you don't have to go all
slow-mo.
the way into the corner, just in the straight.
It's fine. Just
Because if you watch, you'll see where he pulls it down under the yellow line, and then you'll watch the wheel make a quick to come straight.
22, can you give me some
Yeah.
room to breathe, please?
Yep. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say that was deliberate. Like that.
yeah, I would almost. I'd definitely side with Gary on this one.
Yeah, say he deliberately
I
drifted up.
would.
Well, it's not so much him drifting up. If you watch the nuanced flick
Oh,
of
I
that
know.
wheel,
Just that little bit.
So, do you
Yep.
want to watch
Yeah.
the retaliation to that?
Oh God, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
See,
See?
I made you guys get so excited and get like really into
right.
this, and now I want you to see the retaliation.
This can't be good.
I don't know what lap it is.
oh this
I
this
have to remember.
this dude has to get absolutely junked.
He does. It's
Um,
not like terrible, but I think it's
Go
like
to the 8.
I think it's
So if you tab to his name,
Yes.
aha.
you can
It's gonna
look for
be
the lap.
here.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's gonna be here. So it's not terrible, but
Go to the 9. I want to see his speed.
listen.
Oh, that's evil.
You want to try again?
Oh, that's a telltale.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You're a fucking pine cone, dude.
Fucking my
Did
God.
I come down like last time? Did I do it again? I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
You
That's
definitely
hilarious.
have to go back so we can watch the in-car on the 9
Robin.
for that. Oh
Robin,
my God.
you gotta let AJ have this replay.
Oh yeah, I
Sure,
gotta do
take
something
it.
with
I don't
this.
care. Do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I
can we
don't care.
see who do we want? Do we want
We
the
want
13 or the 9?
Speed,
We want the
We
9.
want
We
the
want the
9
speed
9.
of
for
the
right
9.
now.
Yeah, let's go to the 9. Run it slow.
Inside?
Nope, just
No.
leave it here.
Uh,
Run it slow.
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
So he's running 194. No, keep the ribbons up. Keep the ribbons up. 197. He's already letting off.
I noticed he was doing it as I was right there.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
That's why I don't understand how Adam didn't notice that he was slowing down, because I was realizing he was
Because-
slowing down because I was going faster.
Okay, so this happened to me and Corn literally yesterday. I let off ever so slightly so that way we weren't catching the group in front of us. And it sucks up so hard in these cars, you're just gone. Corn was around, I went around.
You
Thing
have
is
to
that-
get on the brake.
I don't know
Well-
what he did.
I wouldn't have gone around. Had
Can you go to the
hard time
13 in the
that hit
same
me.
chase view so I could see his speed?
Here?
Yep, back it up.
Yeah.
Okay, play.
Because he sped up. And
Oh,
then
he spiked the
he
brake.
didn't.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
spiked the
he-
brake.
In all reality, that's a really good save.
Yes, no denying that, but he spiked the brake to avoid it. He's already in the corner, and it just sent him around.
I did just turn the.
Please use that laugh for
Oh,
something.
I will.
Put a button in the soundboard.
I was gonna say I feel a soundboard button coming on.
Oh,
great.
man.
All right,
Yeah.
we got 20 laps to go in JD's race here. He is
Oh my
up
God.
to P20.
Hey, AJ, do you have any of the highlights from Daytona
that.
NIS?
The Daytona NIS. I don't have highlights cut.
I mean, either Damien's finish or my finish.
God, I don't know if I. Are you talking about the one where I spotted for you?
Not Darlington.
No. Didn't I spot for you at Daytona?
I don't remember. I know Derek did.
Oh, that. Oh.
Oh shit, that's like the whole
Jesus
field.
Holy
Wait,
crap!
where's JD?
JD was behind that.
Yeah, he's clean.
Okay.
Holy
I
crap!
gotta switch streams for this.
I will play that replay. Give me a
I
second.
have, so I have both of them going.
Yeah,
so.
can we get the replay on that, Corn?
I would say, can we back that one up?
All right, so Barbie car. One more. We're gonna tighten this up a little bit so we can really see what happens here.
Oh, the guy blinked.
Look at this. The Barbie car just stays in the gas.
Oh my God.
He never lifted, and there's the pop of disconnect.
There's
like-
the DQ.
Yep.
There's your 17 points. You are out the door.
I don't even think the 12 knew. Oh man.
And look at all these other guys that just pile into it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see JD skate around the bottom right there. He blocks crash in. Oh my God.
Get checked, Crash.
Oh man. That's rough.
Well, that's a position for JD.
Right?
So let's
Or
see.
more, depending on how damaged the 12 is. He got tore up.
Yeah, it was the 12.
Dear God.
Oh man.
Nothing he could have done.
That
He
car
didn't-
is just
He didn't know
destroyed.
what happened until he went back and saw the
No.
replay.
No.
I feel bad for that dude's wrist because just look at that point of impact. You know his wrist hurt.
Oh,
he saw it coming. Look at the wheel movements.
Oh, you
Yeah,
see
he
it?
tried.
Oh man.
That sucks.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. The 8 car in this race has been hit so many freaking times that it's not even funny.
Boop, boop, boop.
Dear God. Oh man.
See, and you know what sucks? Is short track racing is always like this on iRacing here lately.
Yeah.
Somebody in an 87s race, I won't say who, was complaining about them putting more and more short tracks into series.
Well,
And because
See, I
it's
like
always
the short-
cautions.
I like the short tracks because I can whoop y'all's butts at them.
Well, my response was, good. They need to put more of them in.
Uh-huh.
Make them all short tracks for a season. I don't care. Maybe somebody will figure out how to finally drive them.
yeah.
No.
Oh! The crash just got involved.
Oh!
Oh no!
We got a turtle.
Is that Crash upside down?
No.
No, he's hidden behind the car.
Crash backed up so he wouldn't flip him over. He was like, "Nah, I'm taking that spot."
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
I mean, his car's junked. I'd have rolled him back over. Hey, I at least got that courtesy done to me after I got murdered at Talladega.
Right.
Oh, I have that in the video, by the way.
Nice.
JD
Man.
is up to 15th.
Jesus.
All right.
Moving on up.
You want to check in with him and see how he's doing? If he wore his brown pants today?
Yeah, let's.
He's inside 10 to go.
Yeah, I'd let
I'd
him.
leave him alone right now.
We'll grab him after the race is over. We'll keep this going long enough until the race is over. But
Get a nice little post-race interview.
Yeah.
yeah, I like that idea.
Post-race interview with your
we-
favorite queen of iCrash Weekly.
We've got some practice with those.
Right? Tom Gum gave my best post-race interview of all time.
Yeah, the hosting agency didn't believe so.
Oh,
No. The hosting agency fucking loved it. It was the sanctioning body that had a problem.
yeah. Sanctioning body says that's a no-no.
The hosting agency absolutely fucking loved it. You were a riot.
Oh, we're
I
down
was
to
dying.
6 to
Apparently-
go.
Hey, if they somehow, I don't know if they have green, white checkers or whatever, but if they get a couple more cautions, JD's back on the lead lap.
I think they do. I think they have 3.
Apparently, being genuine's a no-no.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
who said?
your interview was better than my win interview, so I looked like a jackass up there.
oh man. But no, I like what Nick said. I think we need more short tracks in some of these series because I think these guys, if they learned how to race a short track, they'd be a heck of a lot better at other places.
We need a couple weeks in a row where it's nothing but short tracks, not a single super speedway on the schedule. For
No. What we really need.
I'll
Have a
go back
si-
to dirt.
Have a series called Slap Masters. It's just short tracks with all the fast cars.
No.
Don't make me
We-
talk that league.
We need license verification and driver verification.
Here's the problem, and I would have agreed with you until my stream the other night. It was asked in my stream to an iRacing official. Their stance is anybody can play on the sim. As long as they accept the rules, anybody can play. They can be 6 years old and play. That's
As
why
long as
they
accept the rules, they have the parents' permission.
Yep, as long as they have their parents' permission.
Well, then they need what they need to do.
Oh, here's the next caution.
Oh my god! The crash
Oh,
right into him.
Shocking.
hey,
Right
Crash is
into him.
real good for that. Right at
And
the
they have to
end.
be a better guy.
How many more laps till how many more cautions till JD's on the lead lap?
Two.
JD is gaining I rating. 14th right now.
Go JD.
But they need to separate
The
by
lucky
age
dog
groups.
will be. Oh no, the lucky dog will be. The lucky dog will be the 8 car.
And then JD.
We do have a green white checker. How many? We have 3 green white checkers. The lucky dog will. They need to use 2 of these 3 green white checkers for JD to get his laps back.
See, and then
Crash is
JD
in there. It'll happen.
not. I'm picking something up.
Well, hang on. Let's grab him really quick. I'll send him back down in a minute. JD, it's AJ up at the booth. We got you?
No, that's the race isn't over yet.
Yeah, I know. You got a caution. What's your
Don't
game
forget
plan?
about Justin. You got to get Justin.
I'll get him in a minute. I'm gonna send you back down. What's your game plan?
I am just gonna hope for a bunch of wrecks so I can get some more lucky dogs.
That's what we were
And
just saying.
You need 2.
Um,
You need 2. So stay clean, buddy.
yeah, and we'll see how it goes. But that's all I can really do. I just got to keep the
All right.
3 car behind me.
All right. Well, I'll send you back down. We'll catch you after the race.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Is Turnip in the same race or no?
No.
No.
I think they're in different splits.
I was gonna say, just grab Turnip real quick.
I don't even know if he's under caution. I don't really want to do that right yet.
I was just gonna tell him to stop sucking and then send him back.
We're not gonna do that.
Stop,
We're not gonna do that.
Stop saying do that. Hey, that's only payback from last night or Thursday
No.
night. Thursday night.
I owe
whatever
him
it
some
was.
payback.
Well, I mean, Crash got karma.
Oh,
Finally.
hello, TikTok land. We have 13 people viewing us right now, just so you know.
All right.
Oh,
I forgot we were on TikTok as well.
We're famous
didn't
on
know
the
you
Tiki
were.
of the Taki.
Oh
The
my god.
TikTok.
We're on the Tic
Man,
Tac.
somebody's
Hi,
listening.
TikTok.
Somebody's listening to that Martinsville clock go.
Hmm.
I hear it in that background.
I'm doing the
Ugh.
Draft Masters again.
Oh god, here we go. Robin done
condolences.
bit the bug.
So,
Oh
so
no.
that's another thing which we can bring up since Robin's doing that. That iRacing's mistake, as they claim, was bringing back the Gen 4, which is really just an Arco with a big motor.
Oh, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Gen 4
It
is so
is.
much fun.
It is, but it's not accurate.
it needs to be an open setup.
Travis,
well,
I agree
it
with
is
that.
almost 11. My Martinsville clock might go off here in a second.
Why isn't it working?
Green.
We just need one more rack.
Looks like it's gonna
Oh,
happen.
it's not gonna
soon.
happen.
Get
not
me in
gonna
the
happen.
server. I'm gonna freak out.
Oh, I thought Crash was gonna
Oh,
cause it.
I
Red.
was
They-
gonna
they
say,
took
looked like
the-
Crash was gonna get it.
Yep, they took
No.
the
They
white.
took the white.
JD's still in front of him though.
Yep.
Junk a
All that
few. That's all
matters.
we need. Junk a few.
That's all that matters. JD stays in front of that 3-car.
Oh, he got hit!
Oh wow!
He got hit.
I'm pretty sure the 3-car wrecked JD for position.
I was gonna say.
Did it
JD
work? Go
just
back and
got-
look at it.
Yeah, he got the spot too.
JD just got. There's.
I don't think he did.
He said here.
Play it slow.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, poor Joshua.
Oh.
That's
I
a protest.
feel so-
Oh, I bet he is not happy.
I
And that
failed
3-car
tech.
just popped and
Then-
he's leaving.
And yeah, and the 3-car just dipped.
I recommend
Nice.
giving JD just about a minute or two.
Yeah, we'll give him a second to cool down here.
Like I'm gonna go
Well-
back and look at this whole thing
That
from the
and slow.
3-car.
On a hindsight, Rob had done pretty good in her race a minute ago. What I seen. of it.
Yeah.
I did. I got
For-
P4 with 0x. Woohoo!
I
Oh,
was
he-
gonna
oh,
spot
he
for
never
you, but I
lifted.
didn't. Want
I
to
don't-
mess you up.
try to avoid contact.
Yeah, he spins across the line. What a dick.
What a dick.
No.
Oh,
That's
Mike-
the most
Mike-
aggressive
no.
I've seen JD right there.
Mike says he's more fun pissed, so do we grab him?
He's not a dick. He's a dildo. He's
We're
not
grabbing
real
him.
enough to be a
We're
dick.
grabbing him.
Alright.
All right, JD, we got you.
Hey,
We saw
can
it.
you get Justin?
I got him too.
Grab turnip. Beautiful.
Turn up, is your race
Love
over yet?
Hey Tom,
Don't you love getting wrecked for
Quit sucking.
14?
Yeah.
Uh,
So what happened?
Oh, he wrecked me, and because of that, I've actually lost one eye rating
I seen.
after all that work. But
I seen.
that's the way it goes. I'm still. I mean, I was running in the 23rd, the 21st for the most of the race, so to come in 15th really isn't that bad. Let me get out of here real quick and see if I was gonna text him to say, hey, subscribe to my channel, but he had already dipped out. I want to see how things turned out. Let me share my screen here.
Your dad said that's a
Yeah.
protest.
Oh God, yes, that's a protest. That was.
All right, we got your screen up, JD.
Yeah, I'll
That
probably
was
I got the information too.
I'll probably send I'm probably send one in here in about a half hour. But that's what I got. I gained 0.05 and lost one I rating, so that really wasn't not a lot changed there.
I mean, it's still way better than the last time you did it.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. That
Wait.
I mean,
Scroll back up. Scroll. Holy shit!
what?
The SOF on top split.
6385. Who was in that?
Oh, holy crap! Let's take a look.
Garrett Maines.
Yeah.
Garrett Maines, Jimmy Mullis, Tyler Gary. Those are the only pro drivers.
Wow.
Anybody else
Rick.
famous though?
Parker
No, but-
Retzlaff won it.
Who?
Parker Retzlaff, NASCAR driver.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I just, wow, that was that 84, 92?
Jordan Worth. I recognize that name for some reason.
Yeah, I do too.
The one car lost
94?
152 iRating.
Ooh.
Look at the guy at the bottom. Look at his I rating.
The guy at the bottom?
The guy at the bottom. 94,
He
95.
was almost to a 10K.
Oh.
And he came in last, dang.
Oh,
Yeah, right
that's
on the first
sickening.
slapper. Looks like 3 people got
He
rid
might
of him.
not have even started.
That could
Maybe.
be.
But
Well,
yeah,
no,
so
no, because he lost safety rating, so he had to have started.
Oh,
so on a out of your opinion, I mean, it's the last lap. You're gonna bump someone. You know, I get that.
Now
He
that was a
drove
bump. He
through
drove
you.
through you.
The bump
Yeah.
was one thing. The fact that he didn't even try to miss you and just drove through your quarter
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
tells me he never got off the throttle.
Joshua Slate. I'll have to add him to my thing.
To
my
your
race
list.
labs. No, it's just the race lab, just so I remember
Yeah.
how he drives.
He's on the list.
Uh,
I tried my best to race as clean as I could. Did you guys see all those accidents?
oh,
Yeah.
I caught a few while we were in here talking.
Oh my
I saw the one
gosh.
car get flipped over.
Yeah, and
Oh, I
crashed
didn't even
backed
see
up
anyone
instead of
flip.
flipping him over.
Uh,
We got
Brett,
Crash in the waiting room too because he was in this thing. Let's grab him for a second and see what he's got
Okay.
to say. Oh,
Hey,
okay.
Hey,
Somebody grabbed
Crunch
him.
Neon.
We are streaming on TikTok and YouTube live.
make sure my audio's working. There it is. Hey, what's up?
So
Crunch Neon.
you didn't want to flip that guy back over?
Nah,
Nah. Nah.
I'm gonna
I
bring the
saw
replay
that.
back up.
Crash,
Okay.
I saw you not flip the guy back over. And I was just like, nah. Crash saw that and he said, I'm not getting. That's a position.
Oh God.
Oh, I was really disappointed. I knew he was gonna turn me too, but I tried my best to fight it.
Well, yeah, you just try like hell to get off the corner, but it looked like he got the better drive, and then he moved you, and then said screw it and just hammer down.
Yeah.
Like he could have went high and cleared you and taken the position
Yeah.
after he bumped you.
It's
But
And he
it's the
JD,
last,
just-
it's the
JD,
last lap. I
did you
get it.
lock it down?
Lock it down?
Did
Like
you
brakes?
slam the brakes?
No.
Okay, well, because I figured once you were spinning, you slammed the brakes so you didn't hit the wall, and that's what
No,
caused him to
I-
spin.
I floored it. I was trying to just save it and crash across the line. But just didn't work out that way. So I'm actually bringing up the replay because I want to look at that again.
Yeah, I got you on screen again.
Let me see. Because I think there was a moment here where, oops, let me bring this up. There's a moment here where I think we went 3 wide, and maybe that was like right there. You see, I got into him right there.
Yeah, but okay, you're on the bottom, and the car doesn't turn that tight.
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? I have
He
Kane
tried-
Hassett in here.
Oh God!
He
Well,
tried getting into me there.
Save
and-
the replay if we need it.
Can you come spot for me?
Yeah, I'll do that here. in
I'm
a-
not taking this guy on my own.
here in
Is
just
he
a
not
second.
I was gonna go to bed, but nah.
No, you can't.
No.
We're gonna fuck
Should we
this
keep
dude's
this
day up.
rolling in the stream?
So clearly he didn't get a ban.
No, something.
No, but he may have gotten a voice ban.
Let me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna return this to
I
the
wish
app.
I'd known. I would have joined the
I
race.
hope he got a voice ban.
Well, that
I would
should
have
at
took
least.
him out.
I will.
Well, he may not have been able to go up too much to get around you too. Oof.
Yeah, I mean it was well. I mean either way, I mean he drove through me. So, but it's the last lap. I'm not gonna fault anyone too bad over that. But You know, it's the way it is.
Right.
I'm pretty sure if I send in a protest for that, they're going to tell me that it's a racing.
It was
incident,
hard racing,
which I definitely understand. So, but anyway, I appreciate your
coming.
guys' pulling me in the
fine?
booth. That was a lot of fun.
I thought it was
And,
fun to bring you in and send you back down. And shit was way too funny.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And Justin and Crash, it was good racing with you guys. Well, Crash isn't in here, is he?
I am.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
is.
is.
Crash, are you in here?
Yes.
There you are. So, Crash, it was good running with you, man. Seems like you got screwed even worse than I did.
Yeah.
And
What really screwed me up there was that when we went caution free for like 70 laps there. That really screwed me up.
well,
'Cause,
I learned a valuable lesson from this. I will never, ever again, ever not qualify. And
Yeah.
here's why. Because we started in the way back. So when we had that 70 lap green flag in the beginning, the leaders passed me and a couple other people, so we're a lap down. Well, shoot, we're already a lap down. But if we had qualified and we're middle of the field, we would have never kept being in the back and keep getting past, and then a yellow come out. We get past and another yellow would come out, and that's what happened. So I think I will never again not qualify, ever. So that's something that I'm going to take away from this. And it was really good racing with you. I think I got into the back of you when you got in that accident, so sorry about that. I tried
Yeah,
to miss
like-
you.
Yeah, they wrecked right in front of me. I couldn't do nothing about that, JD. I apologize for that.
Well, those were the two guys I was fighting position for, and so I tried to just get around it because if I'm uninvolved, I get a lucky dog.
So
because I tapped you, I was involved.
Yeah.
And
So
it was a
you're-
lot of fun. Huh?
So I'm sorry, but I was gonna say. So you're kind of happy that guy got flipped.
Yeah, that was pretty cool because I gained I went from 21st to 14th on the last 30 laps. So
Oh damn.
that was pretty good. But then I finished 15th. Yeah.
You're talking shit about Adam.
I know.
So much better than I did last time. Last year I ran this. I came in 26 or something. And so I'm very happy with that. And Justin, it was fun talking to you the whole race. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, this is him in front of me.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I
Uh-oh.
appreciate all you guys watching. And sorry it was a long race. And
You know what you got to do, Robin.
We're
You know what you got to do, Robin. Ride that bumper.
we're
Use the bumper.
we're gonna stream this in the end of the stream here. We're gonna ride around for about 20 minutes.
Only 20.
I'd say 17.
Yeah, but despite what happened
AJ?
all that race, that was pretty fun.
What's up, Corn?
AJ, I'm looking for crashes.
Okay,
All right.
Sorry about that. I had to do my outro.
Oh, you're good, my dude.
Yeah, I was pretty. So we're watching.
We're
Miss
watching-
Who is she? Who is she with?
She's
That's
got
a big
that
deal.
Kane Hassett guy, and he hasn't said a word.
I have a feeling he's on a voice band.
That's not who you. That's not who you protested. That's not
Yes,
It is.
yes, it is.
It's one of them, yeah.
So
I
Who's the one-
protested two
who's
of
the
them.
one- Who's the one you made the video about?
The 13
This one
car,
in front
or
of me.
the 23 car in front of her.
So my bigger question is, why is Robin running the lap timing and not the relative?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Because she's got
Robbery.
relatives in the bottom left corner.
That's what you.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, you have the other relative. Okay,
Race,
okay.
race
Yeah.
labs is not up.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's.
I'll answer,
yeah,
I'll
it-
answer
yeah,
that
it is.
before you get there, Gary, because
Don't-
Robin can do whatever the hell she wants. Right?
Don't worry about it. Just focus on the race.
Yep.
Well, no, I didn't see the other relative. That's why I was asking.
Well, it's because she's sharing application, not the screen.
Okay. Okay. Well, it was one of those especially here. That's a glorious tool.
Well, and I've got it up too. The corner. If you got the crashes, I've got it around her. We'll make this thing
Can,
happen.
can I
Watch
share?
this, it's coming up.
I guess
Can
turn
I
up
play
the stream up
something and
because
get y'all's opinion on it too?
he was listening and he was saying, "Oh, corn."
We're gonna have to probably wait till after the race here. They're 3 wide in front of you.
I'm glad I ran it. I ran it much better this year. 15th isn't that bad.
Hey, were any of y'all in Boy Scouts?
Nope.
Hell,
They're
Scouts
beat
been
each other
out
off
there
that
many
front.
years ago.
JD,
on the wall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I went to Banana Capri Sun.
What's your
Camp.
question, Tom Gum?
My grandfather
Eagle
was
Scout.
you and I might have to go to another room or wait till after this is over. I just need clarification on stuff.
Hi,
My
Claire.
grandfather was in.
No, you're
He
not
was a
clear.
scoutmaster and had some accolades that I don't quite understand.
That was accurate.
Go
All
get
right,
it, pretty girl.
Give me a few minutes where I've got.
Okay.
Robin, I just gotta say, you've come a long
Got
way.
it.
I'm proud of you.
Run that middle line, dear.
I can.
Man, these guys in front of you can't hold a line at all.
Oh my god.
Just relax. Relax. We got you.
So Deb was in your chat.
Yep.
How'd the podcast go?
We're still rolling.
Oh. Hello.
Podcast has been solid. This is how this is
TikTok
going to end.
live as well.
Well, let me go in there and like that stream. How dare I not like that stream?
Am I clear yet?
No.
You're almost.
God damn
There's
it.
2 cars underneath you. Stay right there. Hold your second lane. Just hold that second lane.
It's my best friend.
Go ride his bumper.
Hi, best friend.
Say, I'd be giving some help, but that's just me.
I'd be rubbing the Chevy logo off that bumper.
I mean, for him trying to talk crap earlier, he ain't driving
Got the one car looking
any
high.
good enough to even talk crap.
Oh, that's lovely.
Rewind behind you.
I'm gonna rewatch the stream while I'm working tomorrow.
All right.
By the way, I have a very light day tomorrow.
You'll hear a lot of my voice, actually.
Sweet.
I
Your
talked a
voice-
lot this time.
Your voice is the best voice.
Get 1,000 things every day.
The wreck go low, go low.
Get low, get low. Oh,
Oh no!
right into it. Right
Nowhere
into
to
it.
go.
Downshift to third. Get going. I'm going to check the front end. Watch it. Go low, go low, go low, go low. I'm turning your tires off. You're going to have to bring it in right now.
Where is the pit?
You got to bring it through 3 and 4.
I can't hear you.
Keep going. You got to get around the next turn. Around the next turn, it's going to be on your left-hand side. You have to bring it down to 55 miles an hour. Yep, just follow this guy around. Watch it. There's a car pulling up. You're good. You're good. You're good. Go, 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 go. Stay to the left. Pit road is straight ahead of you.
I was so close to making it through.
So you say the 23 car
Bring it
is
down to
the one that
55.
was giving her problems?
I made it through, but
23
Full
cars
throttle,
in
full
next
throttle,
to
full
us.
throttle. You should see your pit guy on the left.
Where is it?
He's gonna be towards the end because you qualified 4th. Turn in. Brakes, 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 brakes. Downshift to second.
Too far back.
Pull forward a little bit.
forward.
Pull forward. Pull forward.
15, are you hurt? Come on, 6.
Go, 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 go.
Oh my
They are
god, that was
wrecking
fast.
In turn 1. Turn 1.
Yeah, there's a huge wreck. Take it nice and easy.
Remember, you gotta stay on the apron.
They're
Yep.
they're at the apron. They're at the apron.
Take your time.
Was that more lead pack calling out?
21 car is going to be slow.
They're rolling. So you can go ahead and start getting up to speed.
Why you even do that, sis?
I'm yelling again. I'm sorry.
You're good.
fine. I have your volume down.
Hammer
Right,
down.
gotcha.
Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. But that's what we did.
Well, the
Eric, I
18's
can't hear
rolling
you
with
at
you.
all.
You're gonna have to go around this guy. He's going slow. You're gonna have to bring it up into the second lane. He's going to the apron.
There was another crash. 6 cars on the apron heading towards pit road. Your path.
Run that bottom.
With all the bumps down there, is that still the fastest instead of staying
Right,
up half a lane?
right now with 2 cars, it is.
Okay. I'm
Start
asking to
getting a
learn their
line.
pointers.
Yeah,
You
with
start
2.
getting a line of cars, you move up to that group up.
Yeah. The 18's working with you. You're catching a couple of lap cars right now.
The leaders are halfway down the backstretch, so you got plenty of time.
She's running away from him. It looks like.
I mean,
Couple
they
car-
are all over. They're snaking in the turn.
Dude, it's 36 degrees where I'm at.
Well, it's less than that here because it snows.
Grab that car's draft and you're gonna have to go around him. Unless he's gonna pull up.
I don't know why it's saying that I'm talking.
Dude!
Yep, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Stay on the gas, stay on the gas. Fourteen's a lap car, so you ain't gotta really worry about him too much.
The next car for position is 8 seconds ahead.
Keep running that bottom.
They're gonna hang her.
That's fine with me, because if the 18 wrecks the 14.
She doesn't.
Easy, easy, easy. Gas it. Gas it.
Good job.
18 is. I'm supposed to be beating 18.
Well, the 14 car kind of screwed you.
Yeah, I'd almost protest that one. That was stupid.
Yeah,
It's not gonna go anywhere.
but yeah, so iRacing won't do it on that one.
I have a feeling the 18 and the 14 are gonna wreck.
That's the 21.
More than me. So I got no problem with you saying that.
Woo!
I'll say hi at 14.
Yeah, everything's above that, Rob.
I know, sorry. I looked away for like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nothing below that yellow line worth having.
Nothing below the mustard. Nothing below the mustard.
I mean, there's a trophy down there.
Yeah, may have broken dreams and wrecked race cars.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, JD has a great video of me going down there.
There's a huge, and I should thank you for that because
You're pulling
there's a
these guys
huge
back in.
viewership spike for that wreck. Like it's one of the biggest spikes I have of any video, and I'll show it to you sometime if you want to see it. It's just funny.
Try to stay in line with these guys because I think you're grabbing their draft.
You're good. I see what you did there.
You're pulling them in.
Oh, did he hit you?
Hey, King Car's not holding the line at all.
No, but it's helping her pull back in.
There's a wreck in the trioval.
That guy wasn't clear.
He's down. He's way down at the bottom of the apron.
You got their draft.
What was that? That was just a mistake, honestly.
I would come up behind him and ride with him.
Honestly, don't know what happened. Maybe came up a little too fast.
Did I get you in it, Billy? No, I was beside it. I just saw it. It's just weird.
Actually, I think you've got a faster setup than they do. That's the wall. Get right back in their draft.
Down a little bit.
That 14 does not like me. Do you see this?
Yeah, just chill. Just ride. You're gonna need to move up a lane. Move up a lane.
I'm at 25th.
You guys are catching the cars in front.
I don't even know why 14 is battling me.
He's a disgrace to my first name.
All right, Robin, here's what I want you to do. Ride that line right there.
Where I'm at?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
You've got a faster setup than these guys.
I think
You
that
gotta-
14 has to try to stay on the bottom.
Right,
Yep.
right down to that 21 car. Go ahead. Stay right with him.
I swear to fucking God, 14 is gonna give me an aneurysm.
Stay right in your line.
Concussion.
Doing a great job.
Yep.
Thank you.
Everything's looking good.
That 14 can't.
Everything's
drive. That's
great.
the real problem.
Looking forward to getting back to the racetrack and getting into my race car.
Waiting on the 18 to just dump him.
Oh shit!
Keep your foot in the gas.
You're fine.
You're good.
I lost their draft.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You're fine.
I thought I did.
You're
It
good.
felt like I was going slower.
You're gonna slow down for a second, but you're catching another group of 3 in front of you.
Wrecking in the trioval.
Good job, 23 for coming right up into me.
Shit. 23 is Kane. You can't talk back. Ha ha.
I was trying to give you a quick corner after that. We can,
All right, Robin.
Yes, Tom.
Drive a little bit further ahead than his front bumper or than his rear bumper. You know what I mean? Don't focus on the car in front of you. Focus on the car ahead of him.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Keep
Sorry.
your foot.
I'm sorry for screaming in your ears.
No, you got.
You screamed?
Come back.
They're wrecking up high.
Wrecking in the
Go
trioval.
low. Go low. Go low. Keep your foot on it. Keep your foot on it.
He didn't need that
shit.
butt.
That sucks.
This is the most Talladega race I've ever seen.
What?
Just all the craziness.
Go to that. Follow that car in front of you. If he goes to that second line, go with.
Oh, there goes the 18. He's done.
Heinously anus, I believe is the term.
That's a great way to end the stream.
Man, I didn't want Jeffrey to win, though. He's the guy that was fighting with Adam. That's okay.
You'll have time for your revenge.
Yep.
And you
Robin,
shall have
you-
it.
The revenge tour.
Revenge with Robin.
Don't forget to use your race labs to mark people if you can.
Oh yeah, I don't
Watch
know
it.
how to
This
do
guy's
that.
going slower. start
Like I
checking
told
up
you,
just a little bit.
Mr. Slate, he's
Hey,
I'm gonna
look
keep
at
an eye
who
on
went by.
Coming to the line.
Oh heck.
Did Jeff get
Nice
Well-
race.
What would we like to watch? Anything?
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
The back of my eyelid didn't fall asleep.
Yeah.
The end
Yeah.
credit.
Where
I
I'm getting to.
I think this is a good place to end the stream.
I told you I believe in you.
Thanks everybody for coming along on this one.
And another thank you to Andrew.
This is always a fun time. Hope you guys like the live podcast version. Hopefully it answers some questions for everybody. On that note, everybody have a good Monday. We'll catch you guys all on Monday night. See you then.